Hello, friends. What is up? What is up? Happy Easter Sunday. Hope everyone's had an awesome day. Welcome. Cup of Joe with Coach Joe. Today, we're going a little Costa Rican, a little 100%, right? Cafe Trace, I'm not going to say it. Courtesy of my mother and father-in-law down in Costa Rica. Brought us some coffee. Hi. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. It's delicious. It's got some kind of citrusy notes. And no, I'm not kidding. I warned you. Giant dork. Once again, like, subscribe, stay updated. Stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff coming up. Not only Cup of Joe, but I want to do some profiles, not only on members, but on coaches. Maybe some kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff, which I think will be a lot of fun. As well, a couple other ideas that Chris, Joey, and I are working on. So stay tuned for that. Today, I didn't get too many questions. Make sure put questions down on the Instagram posting you put up in time. Sorry, or in the YouTube feed, and I'll respond to those. Someone had asked me, or Carolina had hit me up about the clock in the open gym side. It made this crazy beeping sound, so I had to get rid of it. But we're getting a new one. Don't worry. Clock isn't coming. Today, I was thinking about what last week. It was, I kept coming back to this concept of wanting to talk to you guys a little bit about my journey. And we talked a little bit about the journey, about like how I found CrossFit and how kind of Block came to be. And today, I just wanted to spend a little time talking about my nutritional journey. First things first, I have found over the last few years like a real love and passion for all things nutrition. I never used to be that way, and then it's just something shifted in my brain. We'll get into that in a second, and I really enjoy it. And I preface that to say, I'm always around. If you guys have questions or ideas, or you want to run stuff by me, I'm always there, and I love talking about that stuff. We can set up a time and we can sit down, do it in person, we can do it over the phone, whatever. Like, hit me up anytime. And we're working on some new kind of nutrition challenge stuff. Formatting kind of a different style to do it. I want to tweak some stuff, so stay tuned for that. It is coming. I know you guys love those, and we are bringing them back. So that's at kind of the nutritional. I wanted to kind of talk about my path and where kind of this came from. Kind of stems back to COVID. So what had happened was, when COVID first hit, I would say stuff like, I'm an 80-20 kind of person, right? If I'm completely honest with you, I was probably 60-40. Like 60% good, 40% and there's nothing wrong with that. But I thought about what kind of shocked me a little bit was, or got me thinking was, with COVID and the gym shutting down, I was like, I'm going to be working a lot less, right? Like, meaning I'm probably not going to be training with the same intensity. I'm not mopping the gym every day, twice a day. I'm not walking around coaching. I'm not blah, 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 right, doing any of these kind of things. So it made me think about, well, I'm going to be more static. I need to start diving more into my nutrition. And there's a woman by the name of E.C. Sinkowski that is like my nutrition Yoda. She used to be CrossFit seminar staff. She now runs Optimize Nutrition. And I found her podcast and really enjoyed it. I bounced, ideas off of friends and really just started tweaking with it. And a little back history too is I've literally tried everything, right? So like intermittent fasting, carb cycling, carnivore-ish, high carb, low fat, high fat, low carb, blah, blah, blah. You name it, I've done it, right? We always talk about the best diet is the diet that works, right? So that was kind of the origin of the journey. And over the last 3 or 4 years, I've just slowly tweaked and morphed and adjusted things. The other thing I've started to realize on this journey is that some of my ailments were based around some issues I started having with certain foods. And dairy being one of those for me is that, bro, it would just smoke me. Like I would just be crushed. It just, indigestion. I'm not going to go into depth, but you get my idea. So some of these things, not only did I find that I felt, I guess what I'm trying to get at is once I tried to eliminate some of the processed foods and, stuff out of a bag, stuff out of a container, right? And really kind of came down to making most of my food, if not all of my food, and trying to be more meat and vegetable focused. I just felt like my energy levels came up. I had less, intestinal issues, right? And it was the same kind of thing with alcohol. When I started cutting back, I love beers. And when I started cutting some of those back and maybe doing some lighter beer or non-alcoholic beer, when I would go back to it, it was just not good. So it was like I slowly kind of morphed out of some of these things, not really purposely. It just kind of happened organically. And then what had happened was if I went back to it, it just kind of messed with me. So I just kind of stayed away. Some of my other philosophies, without going, I don't want to go too deep in the weeds because I don't want this to be a 45-minute video. This is something we can go deeper in future Cups of Joes, as well as hit me up. Like I said, any questions whatsoever, annoy the crap out of me. I love this stuff. What I found is trying to make most of my diet based on, lean proteins, chicken breast, fish, what have you. And it's not that I'm against red meat, once again, it's one of those things that I think I just don't eat enough of it. So like red meat kind of messes with me. And then fruits and veggies, like that makes up most of my snacks and that kind of like filler kind of portion, right? Salads, broccoli, kale, apples, bananas, and then trying to just limit, anything out of a bag or a package. And what I found is it's just, I felt a lot better. My energy level has felt a lot better. But I don't believe in elimination diets. Like, I don't believe in you should never have X, Y, or Z. So like I said, there are some of those things that just don't sit well with me. But I have got a massive sweet tooth, like massive. And I know if I were to go, I'm never going to have a donut ever again, that it's not only, it's just, for me personally, it's not realistic, but also it's like, there's some enjoyment of that. I love having a cup of coffee and going to the donut shop or going to Stell's and having a coffee cake with Barrett, or, walking downtown to Bricks and Birch and having a scone with Ash, or something like that. So, and, going out and having dessert, or, going out to a nice dinner and having a glass of wine. But I try and navigate my way to where those things are more of an event, right? So it's like I'm out at dinner, I'm going here with little dude to have a coffee date, and we're going to share something. But I don't believe in eliminating anything, because that's where I think you're going to go into that world of crashing, right? In the same way, I think meal plans can be beneficial to get people started, but eventually my goal is to give you the tools to be able to navigate this path on your own, right? Because I could, put you on a diet of lemon wedges and tilapia, and yeah, you would lose weight, but 6 months into it, you would be so annoyed and crushed, that it wouldn't last. And that's where that yo-yo comes in, right? Because people set this expectation that's just too far gone. So the biggest thing is finding foods that you enjoy, you have fun with. I'm blanking right now, but I'll have to look it up. And it was a video of a very well-known dietitian who's talking about how people always reference it like, well, it gets boring, and his idea was, he was doing a keynote and he said, hey guys, name different kinds of protein. And people are just shouting stuff, right? Fish, chicken, beef, lamb, blah. And he's like, okay, name different vegetables, blah, 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 blah. Okay, name different spices, boom, 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 boom. Name different sauces, blah, blah. And it was like, why is this boring? right? And it was just a good realization that you can find things, but also understanding what's in your food, right? I had a great conversation with one of the members the other day. We were talking about, she was kind of outlining her diet for me throughout the day. And this person is very close to kind of like goal, right? Like she's in that last, man, I'd like to lose these last 10 to 15 pounds kind of thing. And that's where it gets really tight, right? And we were talking about, I think it was like a salad she made for dinner. And I was talking about like, well, what'd you put on the salad? And it was like, oh, it's an organic balsamic vinaigrette. Great. What's the serving size? How many grams is a serving size? How many calories are in a serving size? How many grams of fat per serving? And this is where it starts to get tight. Initially, I say small changes make big differences, right? Can we not drink our calories? Can we limit eating a muffin every single day? Can we not drink soda? Can we, have a cup of black coffee instead of, massive amounts of creamer? Can we cut the creamer in half? Can we, little things, right? But then it really gets into maybe eventually tracking your food. And that's also where I'm always around to help out. You can put that stuff into MyFitnessPal. You can text me, you can write it down. We can sit down and go over some stuff. But if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Thank you for staying tuned. A little bit longer video today. And then, like I said, if you guys have any questions about nutrition or anything, put it down in the comments below, put it on the Instagram post, whatever. Thank you very much. I was trying to think. I kind of got talking about nutrition, talked about review, preview. I'm trying to think. The big kind of ramp up now is we've been talking about a lot about the quarterfinalists. Emails went out. We got some exciting plans there. We kind of have an infrastructure. We know it's potentially 4 workouts. Now, there might be some part A and Bs. We're planning some things for that Saturday and Sunday, tentatively in Beaumont. Stay tuned for that. And then where are we at? We're going into April, baby. Weather's going to be getting better. It's going to be nice and sunny. We got a great week of programming coming. So see you guys at the box, and hope you had an awesome Easter Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Deuces.